In this video, we'll be visiting West Sussex's only city, Chichester. From a beautiful cathedral to a lovely canal, and a city that digs deep into Roman history. Stay tuned for more. Good morning guys, and welcome to the channel. Today we're in Chichester, which is a city in West Sussex. This is the second city in Sussex. The other one is Brighton, which you might have seen in one of my other videos. But today we're going to explore the best things to see and do in Chichester. All right, let's go and check this place out, shall we? The first place I passed through my walk today was Liten Gardens. It was a lovely green space that wrapped around the outskirts of the city. It was a real tranquil place, and it was a great place to enjoy the Garden of Reflection too. The statues and monuments in the area really added to the ambience of it. On the way as well, we took a stroll through the Jubilee Gardens. This was another really peaceful area in the city for a walk, soaking up all the colours of autumn. Next to it, I found the city walls, which you can also walk along too. A 5-minute walk down the road, I come across Priory Park. In here, you will find the lovely Guildhall building. This impressive medieval building was constructed around 1269. In modern times, this building is now in use for community events and ceremonies. In the park, you'll also find a Fenwick's Cafe, which is a nice little place for a tea or coffee. Walking through the streets, we also passed the lovely looking Tavern pub along the way, and also passed the Harbour Hotel. Another great venue in this area is Fernley, which is a wine bar, cafe, does fitness classes, events and a whole lot more. Chichester is a fantastic place to visit if you are into your art. There is 4 galleries in this place which you can either visit or buy art from. Another great little find on the high street was the CGC Emporium. It sold loads of comic books for all you comic book enthusiasts out there. On the main high street, you're also going to come across statues of Lord Horatio Nelson and Sir George Murray, who are both in the Royal Army and Navy. This other lovely looking building you find on the high street is the Chichester Butter Market building. In here you will find high-end jewellery shops, Bill's and Joanna's, which looks a lovely looking cafe. One of the main monuments you will see on the high street is the Chichester Cross. Cross was built by Edward Storey, Bishop of Chichester, from 1477 to 1503. But little is known for certain, and the style and ornaments on the building suggest that it may date from the reign of Edward V. It was built so that the poor people should have somewhere to sell their wares and as a meeting point. These days it's a nice little spot in the centre to watch the world go by. I next took a stroll up Lion Street before we found the Hospital of the Blessed Virgin Mary, which dates all the way back to 1158 and dates back on this site till 1253. Another place nearby to visit is the Oxmarket Contemporary Gallery, which is free to visit. It has a lovely small gallery you can see, as well as a shop you can visit. After this, because I forgot to take food with me, I grabbed a sandwich from Marks and Spencer's in town and listened to the guy playing the saxophone nearby. Also in this area you're going to see another great building nearby, the Cathedral, which is the Duke and Rye pub. This building used to be a church, and it's a really interesting building to look at. One of the best attractions you can visit in Chichester is the Novium Museum, which is free to enter. This place showcases Roman bathhouse remains, plus access to a 13th century priory. In the epicentre of the city, you're going to find the stunning Chichester Cathedral. It was founded as a cathedral in 1075 when the seat of the bishop was moved from Southsea. Chichester Cathedral has fine architecture in both the Norman and the Gothic styles, and it has been described by the architectural critic Ian Nahn as the most typical English cathedral. Despite this, Chichester has two architectural features that are unique amongst England's medieval cathedrals: a freestanding medieval bell tower or campanile and double aisles. The cathedral contains two rare medieval sculptures and many modern artworks including tapestries, stained glass and sculptures. Many of these were commissioned by Walter Hussey. Unlike other cathedrals or attractions, Chichester Cathedral has a suggested donation of £7, which is totally optional. I did see a sign saying it cost around £7,000 per day to keep the cathedral open, which is around £2.5 million a year to maintain and look after this magnificent structure. I really like walking through this next area with the table lamps on. It reminded me of one of the scenes in the Harry Potter films. The original spire of the cathedral, which was also of masonry rather than of sheathed wood, was built in the late 14th century by John Mason, who also built the Vicar's Hall. The style and construction of the spire are obviously based on that of Salisbury Cathedral, but it is not as tall, probably because of the problem of subsidence. At 277 feet tall, or 84 metres high, it is the fourth tallest cathedral spire in the UK after Salisbury, Norwich and Coventry. The Lady Chapel, constructed to the east of the retrochoir, is a long narrow space with large windows in a decorated Gothic style of the late 13th century. The other buildings related to the cathedral are the freestanding bell tower of the early 15th century, probably the work of William Winford, who also designed the cloisters with the openings in the Perpendicular style. Well guys, that is a pretty impressive cathedral, I do have to say. It kind of reminds me of the one in Canterbury. So the suggested donation was £7, but you can donate however much you want to, which is really good, because Canterbury is quite expensive to get in. That's like £20, £25, £30 entrance, I think. So yeah, this one was probably quite similar to it. Really nice grounds, and we're just going to check out the Bishop's Garden, which is next to it as well. But if you want to walk around the grounds of the cathedral, it's also free as well, which is fantastic. After visiting the cathedral, I took a walk through the Bishop's Palace gardens, which are free to visit. I really enjoyed seeing all the colours of autumn in here, and it's a really great place to escape the crowds. The gardens also give you very different perspectives and great views of the cathedral in the backdrop. If you are wondering how to get to Chichester, it is easily accessible with direct trains from Brighton, taking around 55 minutes, or from London Victoria, it's around 1 hour and 35 minutes train ride. I have to say, when the leaves turn the reddish colour of autumn, it gives some really great photos and videos, and it is a sign of the seasons changing. Once we left the gardens, we headed to the southern end of the city, passing the train station here, which you can connect with London, Brighton and Southampton. 5 minutes walk from the station is the lovely Chichester Canal. I managed to capture some really nice footage of the colourful blue houses in the background and the surrounding area. It is a really nice place for a walk. Just 7 minutes outside of the city is another great little attraction nearby, which is Fishbourne Roman Palace. It was the largest known Roman residence north of the Alps, and much of the palace has been excavated and preserved, along with an on-site museum. The rectangular palace surrounds formal gardens, the northern parts of which have been reconstructed. Entry to this historical gem is £13 and it's well worth a visit if you're in the area. Another great place to visit, which is 12 minutes from the city of Chichester, is West Gardens. This was another great historic houses site which is free to members to visit, or it's around £13.50 entrance fee. There's a 300-foot long pagoda which is a highlight of the place, and overall it's a nice little place to visit for an hour or two. The magnificent building you see is home to the School of Conservation and School of Arts. It's nestled in the stunning Sussex countryside. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that video on Chichester. I certainly enjoyed the place. Spent maybe about 3 to 4 hours here, did about 5 miles of walking. It was really good. The cathedral was very nice, can't complain about that. The grounds and the gardens next to it were lovely. It was nice to see the town, it was nice to see the city as well. If you come on the weekend, on a Sunday, it's free on the street parking in certain areas as well. So do bear that in mind as well. Lastly, thank you very much for watching. We do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye for now.